शुक्र खुदा में रज़वी हो.
The discussion that we have been having over the last few weeks is regarding how important it is for a person and for a Muslim to continuously strive to strengthen your Imaan. How important it is to continuously make mehnat, to make effort to strengthen your Imaan and to protect your Imaan. These two things are very, very important. And if we look around around us, and if we look at our communities, and if we look at our societies, you will find that everybody goes out of his or her way to protect something that is valuable to them. I spoke about this last week. If something is valuable to you, you will go out of your way to protect it, and you will take all the precautionary measures. All the precautionary measures. And protection of something means not only to keep it protected by putting something around it, by covering it, by putting a security system. That is not only protection. Protection is also protecting it from the vices. In other words, keep it away from those things which will harm it, and keep those things away from it which will harm it. There are two ways of it. Okay? So if you want to protect something, the foundational rule is that firstly you keep it away from that which is trying to harm it. And secondly, you keep it out of the sight of that thing. So if you have, I said to you last week, somebody is walking with 100,000 rand himself, what is he going to do if he's walking down West Street with it? What did I say? Will you put it into a black bag, or will you put it into a transparent packet and walk with it in the street? If he walks with it with a transparent packet, everybody is going to say he's a fool, because he's inviting the thieves. He says, no, I put it in the packet to protect it. You're probably protecting it from the rain. You are not protecting it from the thieves. If you want to protect it from the thieves, you have to put it into a bag where nobody will recognize it. So an intelligent man is not going to walk with a bag of money in a transparent packet down West Street, to down Smith Street, to down anywhere today. Okay? He is going to make sure that it is not visible to anybody. If a person wants to protect his car, he is not going to leave the key in the ignition and leave all the doors open and park it at night and go away. He is going to switch off his car, he is going to put on the steering lock, he is going to close the doors, he is going to switch on his alarm, and then he is going to go. That's what we do. Okay? And then it comes to say, but where is your trust in Allah? Somebody will ask. Our trust is in Allah. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten that take the necessary precautions, tie your camel and put your trust in Allah? Okay? Tie your camel. Your job is to tie your camel. Whatever happens thereafter is from the will of Allah. Whatever Allah wills. Now similarly, you take so much of effort and spend so much of time to protect the materialistic things in the dunya, yet all those things will become fana. Nobody's money went with it to his grave. I haven't seen it. Nobody's car went with him in his grave. Nobody's property went with him in his grave. Leave alone your wealth and your property and your car and all of these material things. Nobody's child went with him in his grave. And some of the children are even frightened and not interested in laying their parents in the grave. We saw it during COVID. Miles away. Don't want to even enter the Qabristan. I don't want to die. So I will not take the janazah of my father. Okay? So when these materialistic things and the things of the dunya all fani, and they're not going to come with us into our graves, Yet we spend so much of time and so much of money and so much of effort to protect it, why don't you protect that which is your protector here and in the hereafter? Your Iman. Your Iman is your protector. You think you're protecting it. Protecting it means safeguarding it from the other thieves of Iman. But in reality, if you safeguard your Iman will protect you here, it will protect you in your qabr, and it will protect your Maidan al-Akhirah. Okay? See, how do you protect? How do you protect? Number one, the first way to protect your Iman is stay away from the thieves of Iman. Wahhabi, Deobandi, Razvi, Qadiani. Again you say this Maulana only takes names of these people. Don't take their name. Say, I have to take the name. Quran says, Qul ya ayyuhal kafir. Quran says, Tabbat yada abi lahab wa tab. We have to say, it's the way of the Quran. If I don't tell you who the thieves are, how are you going to protect yourself? Okay? We need to be open about these things. Okay? We need to be very blunt about that. Okay? And you must understand something that is very important. Is that when you safeguard your Iman from those who are the thieves of Iman, and you look after your Iman to the best of your ability, then you don't have to do much. Your Rabb will protect you. Allah will protect you and He will safeguard your Iman. But if you, like without comparison, walk on the street with your money in a see-through packet, in a transparent packet, and you expect that your security is going to save you, you make the first wrong move. But Allah can save you when He wills. Whether you do that or don't do that. But the point that I want to make is that don't expect this divine protection from Allah if you are openly throwing your deen and your Iman away. Because you are responsible for it. Okay? So these pious servants of Allah who are called the awliya, they are these pious servants of Allah that are called the awliya. These beloved servants of Allah have taught us how to protect our Iman. They have learnt it from the court of the beloved Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the Sahaba and the Tabi'een and the Tabi'i Tabi'een and the Aimah and Mujtahideen. And they have taught us this is how you value and protect your Iman. Because this Iman, as I said, this Noor of Iman is what will protect you here. This Noor of Iman is what will protect you in your qabr. This Noor of Iman is what will protect you in Hashar. And it is the same Noor of Iman that is going to take you into Jannat al-Firdaus. Okay? It is the same light of Iman. It is the same light of Iman that after almost 2 months of bombarding, the Palestinian Muslims still survive. Is because of their faith in Allah. This is Iman. Okay? And when a person, and I said this over the last 2 weeks, when a person strives to protect his Iman and he makes mahnat or she makes mahnat, then you will find that the strength and the beauty of Iman reflects in your amal. I spoke about this. If a person does not have this and does not protect this, then it will not reflect. That person will, and I said last week and the week before, and I'm being critical about this, that a man will come to the masjid, but he will find it difficult to enter the door. He will be inside the masjid, but he will find it difficult to participate in the ibadah. He will be inside the masjid, but shaitan is so deep within him, running in his blood vessels, that he's waiting when Maulana will turn salam so I can run. It means that reflection which you are getting is the weakness of your faith. And when your Iman is strong, then how it reflects? How your Iman reflects? When your Iman is strong, that you turn the salam of Zohar and your heart is telling you when will Asr come. Understand? That is when your Iman will reflect in your action. You turn the salam of Zohar and your heart is already saying, what time will Asr come? You turn the the salam of Asr, not you turn your farz and don't read sunnah and run away. That is not the way. That is not the way. Then your Iman is not reflecting in your amal. Today we have people, and I'm going to be very blunt and very quickly. I started at 1:30 only. You will find that today people have this this fake concept. I'm calling it a fake concept, where they claim to be, in inverted commas, Sufi. They claim to be mystics in a very high spiritual level. Don't read namaz. Telling the murid that you don't read, I read for you. The Nabi never said to the Sahaba, you coming and saying it. This is misleading the Ummah. There are those that know why they don't read namaz. Hazrat is in a different spiritual state. In a very deep spiritual state. They say, पहुंच गए, बहुत दूर पहुंच गए. हज़रत जुनैद बगदादी से ऐसे लोग पहुंच गए, जहन्नम के दरवाजे तक पहुंच गए. Such people have reached, they've reached the door of hell. Since I said Junaid al-Baghdadi, have you heard? You probably heard of a personality, a very great Imam, the Imam of Muhaddithin, a very great Muhaddith, Hazrat Sayyidina Imam Sufyan Thawri radiallahu anhu. Hazrat Sayyidina Imam Sufyan Thawri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he had reached such a deep spiritual state once, such a deep spiritual state, that he was not in a state of consciousness anymore. No laws applying. But in that state, he could have been heard saying, Allah, 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 Allah. He was making the zikr of Allah. So the people came to Hazrat Sayyidina Junaid al-Baghdadi radiallahu anhu. The people went to Hazrat Junaid al-Baghdadi radiallahu anhu, and they said, oh Junaid al-Baghdadi radiallahu anhu, that Hazrat Sufyan al-Thawri radiallahu anhu has entered such a deep ruhani condition, and he has gone into halat al-sukr. He has gone into a very deep spiritual situation, the spiritual level of spiritual ecstasy, where he's just making dhikr and chanting the name of Allah, but he doesn't come out of that condition. Hazrat Sayyidina Junaid al-Baghdadi radiallahu anhu said, what is his condition at the time of namaz? This is Sufyan Thawri. Junaid al-Baghdadi didn't just hear Sufyan Thawri and said, oh, let it be, whatever it is. He said, he's such a deep spiritual condition where he doesn't know about what's happening around him. But tell me, what is his state in the condition when the time of namaz comes? What is his condition? What happens to him? Those people that came to ask the question, they say he remains in the state, but the time of salah, when it appears, he comes out of the state and he performs his salah. He exits the state and he performs his salah. Hazrat Junaid al-Baghdadi said, then his spiritual state is haqq. He is in the true spiritual state. So do we listen to the people of today who want to fool the ummah, or we listen to the Junaid al-Baghdadi and Sufyan al-Thawri? Let the pious be your example. And I'm going to end with this discussion today. If you want to protect your Imaan, Ya ayyuhal ladina, every Friday almost I read the same ayat in my khutbah. And why? One of the reasons I read this ayat is because my Murshid, Huzur Taib Sharia radiallahu anhu, would read it almost every lecture. Why? Because it is a clear law and a very clear explanation in the Quran. Everything is clear. Ya ayyuhal ladina amanu taqullah, all you who believe, fear Allah. If there is no fear, your Iman will not be strong. If you don't fear Allah, what else will you do in your life? وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ, and keep the company of the pious. In other words, if you want to fear Allah, then keep the company of the pious. If you want to strengthen your Iman, keep the company of the pious. Do you know, today, while I'm on the discussion very quickly, today marks the Urs of Huzur Hafiz Millat radiyallahu ta'ala. Huzur Hafiz Millat radiyallahu is one of the very great awliya Allah of his time. Now let me tell you one thing and you'll know who Hafiz Millat is. Huzur Hafiz Millat is that personality regarding whom Huzur Muhaddis Kabir, Hazrat Allama Mustafa Al-Qaadiri, Maddazillahum Noorani says that whatever I am, Huzur Hafiz Millat made me that. In other words, he is the Ustaz of Huzur Muhaddis Kabir. And he's that Ustaz that he said that whatever I received, because he was the student, Hafiz Millat was the student of Muhaddis Kabir's father, Huzur Sadr Sharia radiallahu. So he said, he is the one who said about Huzur Muhaddis Kabir that I have given him, he took him to the Mazar of Sadr Sharia when he qualified, and he said, I am returning to him whatever amanat you have given to me. This is Huzur Hafiz Millat. This is that personality Huzur Hafiz Millat, Huzur Muhaddisi Kabir says that he would recite in Tahajjud Salah. Firstly, how many people wake up for Tahajjud? May Allah give us the tawfiq, all of us. Tahajjud is there, it's nafil, but you have to first read your fard. Okay? But when you wake up for Tahajjud, if your eyes do open at that time, and if you want to pray, and if you've not completed all your namaz in your life, if you have qaza umri, then at that time when you stand for tahajjud, make niyat of your qaza, you'll get the sawab of tahajjud and you'll get the sawab of your qaza. Okay? Even in your nafils you must do the same thing. Even in your sunnah ghair muakkada, until you have qaza umri. Okay, you make niyat of your qaza. That is food for thought. So Huzur Muhaddith Kabir says that when Huzur Hafiz Millat, whose urs is today, radiyallahu anhu, used to wake up for tahajjud salah, how long will you take on the musalla in tahajjud? Because you're half asleep already. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Huzur Hafiz Millat is that personality who used to read 5 siparas every night in tahajjud without fail. 5 juz of the Holy Quran. 5 siparas, which means only in his tahajjud every 6 days he completed recitation of the Quran. Think about what is this? This is the reflection of Imaan in his amal. And the reflection of ours is that we are asleep even when the Fajr Azan is going. Something to think about. So this Hafiz Millat radiallahu anhu, this Mubarak personality, this urs is today. And I'm going to tell you 2 things that he said. And if you really 3 things, if you ponder about these 3 things, or 4 things actually very quickly, and they're all short ones. I'll finish it in a few minutes. He said some things very beautifully, and all his words were beautiful. He was known for his gems of wisdom. He said, Zameen ke upar kaam, zameen ke niche aaram. Work above the earth and rest below the earth. What work did he mean? Make money? No. Strive for the pleasure of Allah. Work hard in the dunya for the pleasure of Allah. And if you do that, then when you go beneath the earth, then like Ghaus-e Azam, you'll be resting also. Through his blessing. Like Khaja Garibul Nawaz, he's resting. Why? Because they worked for the deen of Allah. The other thing he said, that the answer to every opposition is work. No matter how much people oppose you, don't listen, you carry on working. Your work will be the answer to everything that they say. This is Huzur Hafiz Millat radiallahu anhu. And 2 beautiful statements I want to share with you. He said that if you want success in your life, everybody wants success today. Huzur Hafiz Millat's recipe for success. He said you should adopt the way of life of a successful man. If you want to be successful, you must adopt the way of a life of a successful person. And he says, I found Huzur Sadr Sharia alayhi rahmah to be most successful amongst his contemporaries. I found my Ustad, Huzur Sadr Sharia, to be the most successful amongst his contemporaries. This is why I tried to cast and mold myself in his character and in his appearance. What did he tell you? That adopt the lifestyle and the way of a successful man. It didn't mean one of the footballers. It didn't mean one of the dunyawi people. He meant a successful servant in the court of Allah, regarding whom Allah says, وَكُونُوا مَعَ الصَّادِقِينَ. Those who Allah commands you to be with. And the final word of his, one of his beautiful words, I read it this morning, I was reading about it. And if you only take this statement, if you take this qawl of Huzur Hafiz Millat alayhi rahmah wa ridwan, and if you inscribe it on our hearts, it will make the changes that you cannot understand. It will transform your life. Sounds very easy. See, today everybody wants to do health and fitness. Yes or no? Everybody wants to go jogging. Everybody wants to walking, even I. Everybody wants to do some gymming. Why? I need to keep myself fit. Everybody speaks about health. Health is the topic, and health is where you make the money today. They say even in health, in the name of health, everybody makes money also. Okay? Healthy food, healthy living, healthy this, healthy that. We worry about the health of everything. When are we going to worry about the health of our Imaan? When? When Huzur Hafiz al-Millat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi says the health of the body is in eating modestly. See what the doctors tell you. Don't overeat, that's where the bimari comes, right? So Huzur Hafiz al-Millat starts with this. Why? So that you open your brain. He says the health of the body is in eating modestly. The health of your soul is in abstaining from sin. The health of the body is in eating modestly. The health of your soul is in what? Abstaining from sin, staying away from guna. And he said the health of guru or the health of deen. See, the health of your body is in eating modestly. The health of your ruh, your soul, is in keeping away from sins. And he said the health of your deen is in abundantly reciting durood upon your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So let's all recite. Let's all now strengthen our deen and recite Allahumma salli ala sayyidina wa nabiyana wa maulana Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina maulana Muhammadin wa ashabihi wa sallam. What a beautiful message. That if you want to strengthen your deen and iman, enslave yourself to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is what made Abu Bakr the Siddiq. This is what made Omar Farooq. This is what made Uthman Dhul Nurayn. And this is what made Ali al-Murtaza the Shaykh Khuda. What? Enslaving themselves to the beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is your success here, and this is your success in the hereafter. Inshallah, I will discuss this topic in detail next week. Inshallah. Allah keep us with Iman. Let us lead the world with Iman. Those who are ill, Allah grant them shifa, itam, and sehat, ajil. Those that are passed away in Ahlul Sunnah, Allah